Welcome to KCET NEET JEE session. Today in chapter Thermal Properties of Matter, in this lecture we are going to discuss the questions related with black body. We know that a body which absorbs all the radiations which falls on it or which emits the 100% of the radiations. So, we say the emissivity and the absorptivity of a perfect black body is 1, and for all other bodies it is less than 1. Another point, Wien's displacement law. The wavelength for which the radiant energy from a black body is maximum, that is inversely proportional to its absolute temperature T, and the equation can be written as lambda m, that is maximum wavelength, is equal to B divided by T, where the B represents Wien's constant. The value is 2.89 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meter Kelvin. And another point, that is Stefan Boltzmann's law. What this formula is? Here, whenever we do heat radiation calculation, we use this formula. In this formula, E represents emissivity, sigma represents Stefan's constant, that is about 5.6 into 10 to the power of minus 8 watt per meter square per 4th Kelvin. A represents radiating area, T represents temperature of radiator, and Tc represents the temperature of surroundings. We know that the heat can transfer in 3 different modes. Those are conduction, convection and radiation. Let us move to the questions. First question, the velocity of heat radiation in vacuum is how much? So, we have 4 options. So, which one is the correct one? So, we know that in a vacuum, the radiations are nothing but electromagnetic waves. So, we say the answer, that is the velocity of heat radiation in vacuum is equal to that of light. So, the answer is first one, option A. Second question, in which process the rate of transfer of heat is maximum? So, 4 options we have: conduction, convection, radiation, and in all these heat is transferred with the same velocity. Just now we told that in the process of radiation, the heat is transferring through the electromagnetic waves, we can say. So, it is very fastest mode of heat transfer, that is radiation. Option C is the correct one. Third question, for a perfectly black body, its absorptive power is how much? That is, a perfectly black body is a good absorber of radiations falls on it. So, its absorptive power is 1. Therefore, the option 1, that is A, is the correct one. Next question, relation between emissivity E and absorptive power A is how much for a black body? In the beginning, we told that for a black body, it emits 100%, it absorbs 100%. That is why we consider that as a perfect black body. So, here we can say, for a perfect black body, emissivity is equal to absorptive power. So, the option 1, that is E is equal to A, is the right answer. Next one, question number 5. Distribution of energy in the spectrum of a black body can be correctly represented by Wien's law, Stefan's law, Planck's law and Kirchhoff's law. So, here When we study about Planck's law explains the distribution of energy correctly at a low temperature as well as at high temperature. Therefore, the answer C will be the correct one. So we can say the distribution of energy in spectrum of a black body can be correctly represented by Planck's law. Next question. A hot body will radiate heat most rapidly if its surface is, the options are white and polished, white and rough, black and polished, last option black and rough. So out of these four options, which one is the correct one? A black body and rough surfaces are good absorber, that's why they emit very well. So according to Kirchhoff's law we can say the answer is fourth one, black and rough surfaces. A hot body will radiate heat most rapidly if its surface is black and rough. So the option D is the correct one. Next one, question number 7. According to Wien's law, we have here 4 equations. Which one is the correct one? So it's a direct theory question, that is lambda m into T is equal to constant. So the answer is first one, that is A. Next question, question number 8. On investigation of light from 3 different stars A, B and C, it was found that in the spectrum of A, the intensity of red color is maximum. In B, the intensity of blue color is maximum. And in C, the intensity of yellow color is maximum. From these observations, it can be calculated that the options are, first one, the temperature of A is maximum, B is minimum and C is intermediate. Second option, the temperature of A is maximum, C is minimum and B is intermediate. Option C, the temperature of B is maximum, A is minimum and C is intermediate. Option 4, the temperature of C is maximum, B is minimum and A is intermediate. So this is also theoretical question. I already have a formula by the Wien's law. Maximum wavelength into the temperature is always the constant. We know that as we move from violet to red color, the wavelength will increase and the energy will decrease. So therefore, we can say the lambda R, that is wavelength of red, is maximum than wavelength of yellow and that is greater than wavelength of blue. Therefore, if the wavelengths are in decreasing order from red to blue color, similarly the temperatures of that bodies will be increasing order. That means the red color has the temperature less than the temperature of yellow. Similarly, the temperature of yellow is less than the temperature of blue. So here we can say the temperature of A is less than temperature of C and that temperature is less than temperature of B. So now see A, C, B. That means the B has maximum temperature and A has minimum temperature and C has the intermediate. So our options will be C. The temperature of B is maximum, A is minimum and C is intermediate. I hope you understood this, students. We will move on next question. That is, if wavelength of maximum intensity of radiations emitted by the sun and the moon are 0.5 into 10 to the power of minus 6 meter and 10 to the power of minus 4 meter respectively, then the ratio of their temperature is how much? So options are four options, 1 by hundreds, 1 by 200, 100 and 200. So we have a formula to solve this question, that is Wien's formula, lambda maximum into T is equal to constant. So here we have two different wavelengths. Therefore, now the same formula I can write as T1 lambda 1 is equal to T2 lambda 2, because we have two different wavelengths and we need to calculate the ratios. So I'll write it as T1 by T2 is equal to lambda 2 by lambda 1. To solve this question, we have the given data like 0.5 into 10 to the power of minus 6 as the maximum intensity of radiation emitted by sun, and 0.4 meter is the maximum intensity of radiation emitted by moon. So we assume 0.5 as lambda 1 and 10 to the power of minus 4 as lambda 2. So I can write it as 10 to the power of minus 4 divided by 0.5 into 10 to the power of minus 5. So this gives us the value 200. Therefore, the option fourth one is the correct one. Next point, we will go with the question number 10. The wavelength of maximum emitted energy of a body at 700 Kelvin is 4.08 micrometer. If the temperature of the body is raised to 1400 Kelvin, the wavelength of maximum emitted energy will be how much? So we have four options: 1.02, 16.32, 8.16 and 2.04 micrometers. With the previous formula, we can say for this question, lambda maximum into T1 is equal to lambda maximum for second into T2. So using the same formula, I can rewrite lambda maximum for second one is equal to lambda m1 into T1 divided by T2. So now if I insert the value as the first maximum wavelength, that is 4.08, and T1 is, that is temperature, about 700 Kelvin, T2 that is about 1400 Kelvin. So if we do the calculation, we will arrive with the answer 2.04 micrometer. So the answer is 2.04, that is option D. Question number 11. A black body at 200 Kelvin is found to exit maximum energy at a wavelength of 14 micrometer when temperature is raised to 1000 Kelvin, the wavelength at which maximum energy is emitted. So again, it is on the same formula. I hope you can try it. If possible, please pause the video. You can do a calculation and please get the answer. Okay, now I will continue the video here. So we have the formula again, wavelength and temperature is equal to second maximum wavelength and temperature. So using this same formula, lambda 2 is equal to lambda maximum 1 into T1 divided by T2. So first maximum wavelength is about 14 into temperature, that is T1 200 divided by the second temperature about 1000. So we can get the answer 2.8 micrometer. I hope students you also got the same answer, that is 2.8 micrometer. So the answer C is the correct one. To make you confused, the fourth option also is there, but it is in millimeter. So option C is the correct one. Let us go to the next question. Question number 12. Solar radiation emitted by sun resembles that emitted by a black body at a temperature of 6000 Kelvin. Maximum intensity is emitted at a wavelength of about 4800 angstrom. If the sun cool down from 6000 Kelvin to 3000 Kelvin, then the peak intensity would occur at a wavelength of what? So options are 4800, 9600 angstrom, 7200 angstrom and 6400 angstroms. So again we have Wendt's formula, that is here lambda, that is second maximum value. In this case, let us assume the temperature. This is T1, K1 initially, and it's reduced to 3000, so T2, and initially it has the wavelength lambda 1 4800 angstrom and lambda 2 how much it will be. So we need to calculate second maximum wavelength. So again the formula is second maximum wavelength is equal to lambda 1 into T1 divided by T2. Therefore, we can write it as 4800 into 6000 divided by 3000. If we calculate, so that is 9600 angstrom. So the answer is direct. The option B is the correct answer. Question 13. The amount of radiation emitted by a perfectly black body is proportional to four options: temperature on ideal gas scale, fourth root of temperature on ideal gas scale, fourth power of temperature on ideal gas scale, and fourth option is source of temperature on ideal gas scale. So the formula itself gives us, that is we have energy by Stephen's law. E is directly proportional to the fourth power of temperature. You can see here T4, T raised to 4 is there. So the correct option is option C, that is fourth power of temperature on ideal gas scale is the correct option. Question number 14. A metal ball, surface area 200 cm square and temperature 527 degrees Celsius is surrounded by a vessel at 27 degrees Celsius. If the emissivity of the metal is 0.4, then the rate of loss of heat from the ball is how much? They are given the constant of the sigma. So indirectly this sigma helps us to get the formula. So here the options they have given 108 joules, 168 joules, 182 joules, 192 joules. All are approximate answers. So which one is the correct one? Let us go to solve the problem. Solution. We have the rate of loss of heat, that is rate of heat loss is E is equal to sigma E A into T raised to 4. But here temperatures are variable, two different temperatures. Therefore, we are using inside the bracket T4 minus T04. That is rate of heat loss is equal to sigma E A into T raised to 4. But here two different temperatures are there. Okay, one is the metal ball and another one is the temperature of surrounded. So here T represents the temperature of metal ball and T0 represents the outside temperature, that is surrounding temperature. So we are taking the difference of these fourth power of the temperatures. Insert the values one by one. Sigma value already it is given. E emissivity. A is the area. Now we have sigma, the given value is 5.67. Emissivity E, they are given the metal has 0.4 emissivity. A, that is area of the surface, is 200 centimeter square, and temperatures, that is metal temperature and surrounding temperature, both are in degree Celsius. In this temperature we use in terms of Kelvin, so we need to convert degree Celsius into Kelvin. Let us insert the values. So by inserting the values we can write it as shown. So here 273 plus the given degree Celsius for metal temperature. Similarly 273 plus 27 degrees Celsius the surrounding temperature. Okay, both have the fourth powers. Now if you calculate this one, we use 5.67 into 10 to the power of minus 8 into 0.4 into 200 into 10 to the power of minus 4 into the total bracket 800 raised to 4 minus 300 raised to 4. Okay students, you may get a little bit problem here, but I will make it simplified. Whenever you do the calculation, here we need to fast calculation. So I will suggest you please go with only numbers first. 5.67 into 0.4 into 2. So you will get it as 453.6 into 10 raised to minus 8, 10 raised to minus 4, that is 10 to the power of minus 12. And this one, it gives a little bit difficulty. 800 raised to 4, that means 800 4 times, and here 300 4 times you have to multiply. So the simple way, if you do the simple way I am following here, that is, if you just multiply 8 into 4 times, you will get 4096 into 10 raised to, here 2 zeros are there, you will get 10 raised to 8, minus of 3 is there. If you multiply 3 into 4 times, you will get 81 into here 10 to the power of 8, and if you subtract this one, then you multiply this one. So we will get the answer 182.1. So the options, let us check it, that is approximate answer is 182 joules. Okay, so this is the correct option. Thank you for watching the video.